Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, a non-profit public spiritual trust, is founded and managed by successful corporate leaders. Inspired by the Grand Meditation Master Brahmarshi Patriji and mentored by Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam and Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani.
We are all here to celebrate the grand functioning of Buddha CEO Foundation. 1 year of great efforts, preceded by a few years of planning for it, and establishing of a full-fledged office here in Bengaluru. It is total manifestation. Whatever you think, it will happen.
The foundation is operating globally with volunteers and participants across several countries.
Meditation is a process to gain whatever that we can dream about and to remove any limitations that we're setting on ourselves which stops us from realizing that dream.
The vision of the foundation is to build leaders who are meditative, compassionate and purpose-driven for a harmonious and fulfilling life. With a mission to empower organizational leaders, entrepreneurs and students with scientific meditation wisdom, the foundation has been carrying out 3 types of activities: teaching meditation, publishing meditation wisdom, and building global communities. As of March 2022, the foundation conducted 136 programs with 3,000 plus hours of content and positively enhanced the lives of 75,000 people directly and many thousands indirectly with the breath mindfulness meditation practice. The flagship 40-day program is a free online program for leaders and employees. Spiritual scientific wisdom about meditation, physical and emotional health, relationships and manifestations are taught in this program. Other programs include 21-day for youth, multi-day manifestation, intensive meditations, Saturday masterclasses, full moon night meditations and Sunday long meditations. Spiritual scientific wisdom means we are energy and are all interconnected. We create our own reality. The world has abundance for all. The foundation runs 2 YouTube channels containing hundreds of testimonials, wisdom and guided meditations. It publishes a corporate meditation magazine called Buddha CEO and distributed thousands of copies to its members and several CXOs. The foundation published 2 books on meditation, namely Patriji Answers and The Miracles of Meditation, to inspire many more.
Finally, I have this in my hand, manifestation, a dream manifestation in black and white, the concept of a Buddha CEO.
It's a great job, Chandra. Buddha CEO is not just teaching meditation and also giving lot of information about meditation and how to lead the life.
The foundation also created meditation courses on the online Udemy platform to support self-paced learning.
Meditation is miraculous. So meditation is the only method by which we can make individuals responsible.
During 2022, Buddha CEOs worldwide across 20 cities in the Middle East, UK, USA and India organized several in-person workshops by Masters Chandra and Vani, strengthening the foundation's global presence.
Meditation has been the ultimate medicine for all the problems. It's a permanent medicine. If you take medicine, it will only helpful for a short time. But meditation is going to be a lifelong medicine.
The foundation relies on the active support of the participants, volunteers and trustees and expresses deep gratitude to them. The foundation has done great work in its first 2 years of operations, causing significant healing, life transformations, self-empowerment and growth in thousands of individuals and a few organizations.
For this Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, we should have a tagline: Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga is meditation, Karma is action, Kaushalam is efficiency.
It is very grateful to Brahmarshi Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji and its mentors. The team at Buddha CEO thanks all participants for their active support and invites everyone to join this noble mission.
Happy evening, friends. Happy morning for those joining from the West. On behalf of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, truly grateful to have all of you join in into this 6th week of harmony. And it seems we are coming to the end of this program. Many of us have seen that glimpse of true greatness within us. This is just a beginning. So when I tasted this first 40 days, it was like, I need to learn more. I need to know more. I actually chased become part of the foundation because I wanted to know more. And then I realized in service is when my true growth started happening. Growth about knowing myself and working with others. So friends, this week we learn about how service helps our growth, further our growth, and teach and to share that wisdom. I invite Chandra, because this is the true essence of the spiritual journey, and that is my understanding. So I welcome you all and congratulate again to have taken that commitment to continue this journey. So welcome, Chandra. Over to you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Happy evening, dear friends and masters. Great morning and afternoon. Purpose and service, there are two important aspects that I would like to cover in this week. We are the five bodies: the physical, the mind, the intellect. The soul are the individual consciousness, and then the universal body. So we are, while meditation is helping us to know more about ourselves, which is our soul body, meditation service is about taking care of our larger self. If everything is about enabling ourselves to experience more, and so then what helps us as an individual to experience more is meditation, then we must see that we give that to everybody else to see our larger part enables itself. And so that's an important element. That's something that I have imbibed in me ever since I came into meditation. It came quite natural, and it comes quite natural to every sincere seeker to see that that thing that we experience most is given to everybody. The purpose, and we've learned over a period of time that we always align to what we really love to do, the purpose, what we like to do. And they always listen to our feelings, listen to our heart, not to the mind. And purpose is about, and we said this, that every one of us taking a lifetime with a specific purpose, just like we are taking a job, or just like an entrepreneur starting a company with a purpose. Without a purpose, there's no company formed. Without a purpose, there's no life taken. And so being able to align to that thing, and that thing is indirectly is those activities which are giving us deep happiness, things that we're most passionate about at any given time. So if we are aligned to a purpose, then we are being most efficient, we are experiencing a life to the full, to the most satisfactory, because we came in with a specific plan and we planned our business with certain goals, and then we go after them. Exactly what we envisioned. So it must give us real happiness. It really comes back to the same, that those things that you align to, which give you deep happiness, are part of a planned purpose. And so we look to understand how to become part of it. How do you identify it? How do you jump into it? So this week we'll understand these important concepts, while we'll also continue to hear from each of us our specific experiences as we came to the last week. So before that, let's go into meditation, dear friends. Once again, we're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to observe our breath and then slowly allow ourselves to move into meditative states, either empty in the mind or experiencing energy sensation in our body and mind. So we simply observe our breath with our eyes closed. Let me put up a chart here. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation, friends, with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers. See in the picture, sit down comfortably, relaxed in your back. Observe your breath, take a reference point anywhere on the nose. When you observe your breath slowly, we move into the meditative states. In case you have thoughts at any time, and you will recognize, you bring your attention back to the breath and again observe. And slowly you allow yourself to go into these states of meditation. This way we're going to spend maximum time today. And before you go into this breath mindfulness meditation, we are practicing heart elevation process. For a few minutes, just follow my guidance actually for it, friends. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. For anybody new, the posture and the process is here on the screen. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area. rest your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the beat, the rhythm of your heart center. Feel the seat of all emotions, which is nurturing all life with its energies of love, joy, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past, from your present, where you felt enormous love, gratitude, compassion? Relive that moment and feel that energy. Inside a beautiful heart. More you experience love, joy, gratitude, the more you find your connection to all things and everybody. That energy and allow yourself to radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth to heal yourself, to heal everybody. yourself, to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Can you become aware of the endless depth of that emptiness, that energy, spreading far and wide? All emptiness is energy. This is the unlimited quantum field of energy. Stay aware of that emptiness, that energy. The longer you are with it, away from your body, the more you receive from it. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. As you're relaxed in, let me put up a few slides around purpose. What can I understand, and then how meditation can help. Dalai Lamaji on life, or purpose of life. The very purpose of life is to be happy. We desire contentment. I found that the more we care for the happiness of others, greater is our own sense of well-being. So, according to him, purpose is to be happy. And the way to get that is by serving others. Deepak Chopra. Dr. Deepak Chopra went a little bit further in stating that your purpose is to express your unique talent with service to humanity. Then you make full use of the law of dharma, that is, then you're living your purpose. Dharma is to live your purpose, is what he's saying. And that is doing service to humanity with your own unique talent. Everybody has a unique talent. Ultimately, we need, basically, we're saying we be useful to somebody. Patriji, the purpose of life is to learn, enjoy, and then do service. Patriji emphasized on learning and enjoying on many occasions. We must constantly learn and we must constantly be happy in the moment. Be happy in the moment, but constantly learn. Being of use to somebody automatically happens. When you're happy, then you're of use to somebody. Because when you're happy, when you're joyful, when you're contented, then you are already in that high vibration. So whoever you surrounding you with, they are naturally are becoming happy for various reasons. You are impacting somebody else automatically by you being joyful. And then we can continue to be joyful and contented when you continue to learn, because learning breeds new experiences. Only with new experiences we can keep ourselves happy. That's why music is considered one of the infinite form of happiness and enjoyment. When you learn music and when you keep practicing and then you listen to it, there are infinite ways of experiencing music. And you'll never get bored because music is infinite forms are there. So whatever you do, if it is a finite form, then we pretty quickly get bored of it. Our house, your car, or this thing, that thing. But as you move into the infinite forms of enjoyment, or as you move towards doing new things regularly, then you are contented, you're happy. And so as long as you are that, then you are emitting a high vibration. The learning is fundamental. And then being happy, satisfied, joyful in the moment is fundamental. And so then you automatically are actually doing service to things around them. Everybody is, when they're happy, they're already participating in their purpose by enabling others, helping others to be that automatically. We just have to figure that out. How can I be happy first? And then everybody in their own level of evolution, they will get to helping others as they meditate, as they see that everybody is the same as me, I am in everybody. And so they start recognizing that there's no way I can be fully happy when people next to me, this side, that side, are not happy. It's not possible. If you truly embrace the wholeness, oneness, it's like your body, you've got two hands. If one hand is not feeling one hand is not right, not well. There is some challenge there somewhere. There's inflammation somewhere. There's sickness somewhere. Is it possible then that you can be happy when one hand is not happy, when one hand is not well? We know it. Only when our whole body is fit, then we can be happy. When our family is well, then we can be happy. If one member in the family is not well, then rest of the people are concerned around. Every day they feel sad, that vibration comes, and then you also automatically change your moods. And so we know that. So then it's an easy extrapolation to understand that when we embrace the whole as one, then automatically we know that unless the person next to me, unless the person in front of me are happy, truly I cannot be happy. Some way something is going to hit me. Collective consciousness is going to influence me. So that is the level of evolution as going to happen. So figuring out for us to be happy means automatically you will figure it out with the idea of meditation, the spiritual knowledge that we need to take care of everybody else. Then only I can be happy. But until we get there to understand it, it is okay. Be happy with yourself, with the family around, the people around. It is okay. That's the evolution process. We don't have to force ourselves to go into service until we feel it. But we're going to feel someday soon when we start practicing meditation, because the true happiness comes when everybody is around is happy. Everything is happy. All things, including animal beings, planet, everything must be consciously emitting good, positive vibration. So purpose of life then, dear friends, if it's about being happy, we say that purpose is different for each person to person, depending on where you are in your situation. Number two, purpose is varying from time to time. It's not like one thing. It's not like this one thing that is defining my whole lifetime. For example, you may be very, very happy and joyful, and then you're fully, deeply involved, passionate about your businesses for 20 years. And then suddenly what you enjoyed for all along, no longer you find it interesting at all. We've seen it, many people. They were so deeply involved in a business activity, a job activity, or something, but then after a few years, they don't seem to have any interest whatsoever. And so then they switch, then go and do something else. So the purpose need not be the same. Some people have figured this out. Swami Vivekananda ji figured this out at very, very early age. They recognized that he designed his life to always speak about the greatness of Hindu Sanatana Dharma, the Vedas, and most importantly, Raj Yoga, the meditation. And so he dedicated his life in lecturing and writing books about it, and then talking about this, traveling around the world, dedicated his life for that. But that's few people who figure this out very early on, and for them, the whole life may be that. For each of us and for many, it's evolving, and then in our life, we are at different periods of time, we seem to experience something deeply, and then we are happy, can connect with it, and so that becomes our purpose, the then purpose. Remember, when you're happy at the moment, then you are spreading that happiness to others. So that's the idea, is to be of service to others, is to be happy first with yourself, and then happy in the moment is by aligning to what you designed or what you plan to do. So the purpose need not be same for the whole lifetime. There may be an overarching purpose for some people. Overarching purpose, specifically doing and saying, my whole lifetime I'm going to write and write and write. We've seen it. Some authors are doing it. They release a book after book after book after book after book. Every year there's one book released. Maybe that's their purpose. Specifically. So it's not that think and say, oh, I got my purpose, I know it all, but it can be there for you for next 2 years. It has happened with me. It's happened with me. I know I'm doing Buddha's Quantum Foundation today and I love it. I enjoy it. Prior to this, I was in a corporate job. And for 2.5 years, 3 years, I enjoyed being in the job where I was integrating my company with IBM. But primarily, my intentions were to bring meditation there. But however, I was not doing full-time meditation service. But a large company, I was experiencing, because until then, for a long time, I ran my startups. I didn't have any challenge walking into a large company after 15 years of being my own boss, and then being in this large company, and then working with various, managers, and then system, procedure, process, many things, and still didn't have any challenge. Contrary to what people have advised me, it's difficult to stay in here and there. Because I recognize that what I'm doing there truly aligned to my purpose was to introduce this corporate meditation there as an experiment. I loved my technology job 10, 15 years ago, where I would go into those deeper flow states and forget time and space. And so then I knew that when you're happy, then now if you're connecting the dots back, it's what it's coming to, is that there are periods of time things change, from time to time things change. There's a period of time where I was deeply involved in construction planning for Pyramid Valley International for 3 years. While I was doing my job became secondary that time. Those 3 years of deep service, where building up a lot of facility and then designing, planning, and working with architects and engineers and this kind of stuff. But I was just enjoying it. My job was secondary, truly. I knew that time. So we all have those aspects. We all have experiencing. We can connect the dots. So purpose of life then is to truly learn and enjoy. Constant learning, constant enjoyment. Enlightenment, we've said this before, is to recognize that there is infinity to learn, infinity to experience, and then recognize that I know so little, so I want to constantly learn. And you maximize your learning when you align to those things that really give you happiness, because that's the plan that you came with, the environment set up. For example, if you start a business, you set up an environment, you identify a set of people who knew what you want to do. There is your team. You got a set of right investors who knew about what you're going to do. You decided where you want your company to be formed. So because you know that's the market you want to go, so you set up your environment. And after setting up all the environment, if you start addressing some other market, if you start going to some other technology, a skill that requires which your team doesn't have, nobody's going to be happy. The collective DNA of this organization will not be happy. It's the same thing. We come here in an environment, we set up an environment where we want to be experiencing all those things. And so we choose our parents, we choose our environment, things, the religion, all of that. And so so when you deeply align to what that purpose is, what the plan is, and then it becomes effortless. The right word is effortless. Becomes effortless. Whatever we do becomes effortless. Otherwise, everything is effort. Learning without enjoyment is boring. There are people who talk about, I have to do the next degree. They have like 5, 6 degrees to them, right? I heard this. They said, okay, my family is, people are full of degree holders. I got to just do something to be, stand up to them in their company. Are they really learning? Maybe. Are they enjoying it all? I doubt. They get there. Tick mark, one after the other. Okay, I've got this certification. Then I will put that into my resume. They become too much survival. side. So the whole force around, the magnetic force around us is so less and so negative. And so it keeps drawing energy from others because we just don't have that thing. Enjoyment without learning is stagnation and boring. If you like something, we go on doing it again and again and again. It's called law of diminishing returns. You like some, a burger, you go on eating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very soon you get bored of it. You'll not even touch it at all. There is no newness there. When you don't learn, there is newness. There's no newness. And so very soon we get bored of it. It leads to stagnation because there's nothing new to experience. And once it is experienced, it is a diminishing in return. So very soon we're going to become unhappy. So dear friends, we must constantly look to learn, to enjoy. And our meditation makes us aware of it, makes us to be more creative. So let's understand a little bit more about what are the ways. Listening to your heart. Purpose for meditators over a period of time, slowly gets revealed. Regularly it gets revealed to you. What is interest, what is of importance to you? Initially, we'll have, hey, I want to cut. Now, by the way, first thing I want to say that purpose does not mean that your work. What you do is not necessarily is your purpose. What you do for living. If it aligns to be your purpose, there's nothing like it. What you do for living may be different. I'm doing a job so that it gives me money so I can take care of my immediate family and myself. But the real thing I love is that music band that I'm part of, that I'm going about, and then even if I do that an hour or two, that music band that I do, that shows, that really gives me the happiness that makes people laugh and dance is my real purpose. It need not be the job that I do. So listening to heart and then trying to find what is that I'm really passionate about, what is that really gives me happiness in the current circumstance at that moment is so important. And it is happening for meditators because your inner voice is becoming stronger and stronger. Many a times we heard this. Hey, I know I really want to start my business. I really want to break for 2 years or 1 year break, and I want to travel around the world. I want to go there. I want to do backpacking, hiking. I have this deep calling that I must go to my village and then do something there. We hear this, but then people are not able to take decisions. On one side, their heart is telling them, but on the other side, the fear of survival stops them from taking action. And they don't have sufficient inner voice for them to feel that this is it. I'm going to call it off here and then I make that switch. Listening to a heart, paying close attention, for a meditator, the voice becomes stronger. The fears become lesser. These two are very essential for someone to be able to align to the purpose and make a decision on it. Here's what happened with my case. Every time. There was a time in 2008, my job was okay, going on as chief technology officer for a startup. We are started with 3 founders. But suddenly, due to various market conditions, the situation was not that good in the company. And until a month ago, that what we're experiencing and enjoying so beautifully, because we were to raise a 3rd round of money and all the promises were there and the cards, everything was there. Just a month later, everything changed. The base turns company collapsed. And so the financial markets were collapsing. And so all the funding was eroding. And so our VCs also, who are the promise, said no. And situations, when the startups, when the cash flows are strapped, they suddenly change overnight. Businesses. So same thing happened for our company too. So we were sort of could not really go forward. We had to let go of many people. One of the low moments, being a founder, having to let go of many people because there isn't, and within the best possible to keep some who had to be kept, we had to have a conversation with them to lower. That's basically when there is no money, you got to do something. So there is some 5% was available, because of which we had to retain as many as possible with best discussions among them. But then many others had to go. Fine, that is an event that happens in businesses. Ups and downs happen. But then that's the time the interest towards the job was less and waning. And then Patriji was there and asked him if I should leave and then start something else. He said, no, don't go, wait. Then I'm also, that's always parallelly been serving Pyramid Valley International, my meditation service there. And so suddenly one went down, but the interest towards the meditation service was so high. And then simultaneously, a lot of funding we could raise at that point to actually go and then finish significant amount of this project work that time in the following 12 months. I was surprised at myself. How could I not be looking at my job that deeply, which I was truly doing 2 months before then. But things change suddenly, your interests change, appear so. And then when I look back, one of the best moments of my time when things were not necessarily that great, but I ended up doing a lot of service. The best moments where I even today remember having done that, spent the time, the interest which happens. Somewhere the calling comes. I was actually living in Boston. Before all of this happened, the call came. I was listening, paying close attention. Something was telling me to relocate back to India. If I did relocate back to India. And then all of these events happened about market change. On a gut call, that we relocate back to India when things are going great, and then markets change, then I recognized that we set up to absolutely be aligned with the meditation work as a purpose for me. January, our company was super hot. We were on a roll. We were expecting Series 3 funding, and then there are promises on the cards. And come March, it's completely changed. But by then, when things are very, very good, some inner voice was constantly telling and pushing us to go back, and we did relocate back. And this change happened. By then, going back to Bangalore was to, then I recognized aligning to the my service activity at that point. 2 years continued. And then something more beautiful happened. The new investors came, and the company kept growing back pretty quickly, rapidly. When we listen to our heart, we will be able to make strong decisions. I took a decision on a high note. When everything was going great, I still took a decision. When when IBM was acquiring our company, this is in 2016, because this interest to do corporate work is always there, I thought, okay, now I can call it off and then I can go into full-time to service. I'd always been inspired by Patriji. I thought enough is enough. Now I've been into corporate life for some time, by then 27 years. I said, I think with this I will close. I will go out and then do full-time service. This was my thought process during the acquisition time. And so I was going to negotiate like that because, in these acquisitions, as CEO, as startup CEO, is not generally let go. You have to be there with the company for a long time to integrate. A startup brings the technology, so you need to be there. With a large company, then you're just managing, so generally you let go. But small companies, you have to be there. I was preparing to negotiate for a very short time stay. But before even I could do that, something beautiful happened. Over a period of 3 weeks, I would start getting these insights. Why do you want to leave? what if your objective is to teach meditation in corporates, IBM being one of the oldest and very respected organizations in the industry, would you not want to try it out there? You are getting an opportunity to be there and then do it. Don't you see that vision opportunity? This is the inner voice kept developing for me for 3 weeks. And so then I decided that leaving immediately is not the point. I decided I changed my whole strategy of conversations with IBM in terms of negotiation. I said, if you allow me to teach meditation, mindfulness, then I'll be happy to stay for a long time. And of course, they said yes, because their intentions are to keep me in any way. They said yes, and I'm happy. As I went in, and many of what we are doing, this whole 40-day program, a version of it, and earlier versions of it, we did roll in there. When you take your decision based on your heart, this is what I meant by listening to your heart, you gain that. To continue there as opposed to coming out, in spite of having all this hurt that you're going to be in a big company with so many people, so many processes, will you really survive? There is difficult politics, all that didn't matter. Because our mission is different. And so don't even attract the politics to the way that you hear from others, because again, what you think is what you create. So I had a real great time. And then 2.5 years later, again, same thing, dear friends. So coming back to the point, a purpose differs from time to time. What I used to like so much, and then suddenly sounded like not interesting to me at IBM. And the way you recognize, and in your situations too, is that your environment will change. Suddenly your environment may change. The people, the places, some of them will leave. The key people would have left from there. Some rotation may happen. Some reorganization may happen. The project may go away. Some things can happen. We sort of break the flow, and then you recognize potentially that as a moment of you thinking about, and then if you are also matching with and say, hey, something is not right, I'm not really aligning right now to the new force, new energy, then you're probably not enjoying your moments. That's the time to look at it very actively. Your purpose may be over there. You need to start thinking actively about a new job, new role, new place. Normally, we've been designed to think that, okay, I settle in my life in this place. There's no such thing. Because beyond a point, you start finding that it is no longer interesting. That house, this is no longer interesting. You're just there, living there. We've got to recognize these, friends, and then listening and then making that move or making the change is important. Then you are fully again back on. So what was really interesting more with you said have to put and then do the Buddha Siva. He said, jump in, this is the time. While the company was tying me with more and more stock options, more and more this and that, and I truly could have made a lot more money by staying back, but that didn't matter. The depth, the feeling to come out and then to start something is too strong. That's really how I see Rakesh. He was a happy leader in Cognizant, but then he started paying close attention, and then he took that decision, a bold decision, and said, yes, I need to get my own thing, do my own thing. Not anymore trying to be in the safety net. And so then you come out and then you start doing things will come aligned very beautifully. And so when I came out to start Buddha Siva, so many things aligned in the least expected way. Whatever we're doing today is never in my plan at all. What we're doing today is not in my plan. My plan was to start something in Bangalore as some physical center, to start from there and grow from there. But, the universe has a different plan when your intentions are right. So out of nowhere, this whole online thing started because COVID started, and I too started with Pyramid Valley. And then it changed into Buddha Siva Quantum Foundation pretty quickly, with Kath Cancers coming in, with Patriji strongly looking at this as a way to go. And so then everybody came together. So we must listen to our heart. First thing is listening to the heart. I think for every meditation it's happening. Second way, if you're not clear, jump in and do something. Don't wait for something to get them crystallized, concrete. Jump in and do it. Do something. Okay, you don't your business You don't know how to, you want to know the business, but you're not clear, fear. And so we can go into the flow by jumping in and taking something. You also can understand your parents' purpose that gives you strength to say if you're deciding what you want to do is right or wrong. Listening to your heart is your meditation experiences, your messages from people. You ask a question, should I be going and then doing postgrad studies in, because that means for the next 3 or 4 or 5 years, you're doing somewhere, right? And you're going to do certain different type of activities. Should I be doing it in America? Should I do it here? Or if you don't have clarity, should I go for a job and then do this? Is that really what I'm wanting to do? Or should I start my company because maybe that's what I really want to do? And so listening is paying attention to the messages you receive in your meditation, through the books that you receive. Morning time you wake up, when you're brushing your teeth, be clear, be empty in your mind. I've always received what I should do, how to solve a problem that time. That's for me. While taking shower, while morning brushing, you're looking at your mirror, you are downloading information early morning. We don't keep it full. It's the best time to receive information. It's coming in. You pose questions before sleep. On your meditations, before meditations, you're contemplating on it and then you receive answers at different times. And then there's no hurry. When you're making a large decision, wait for first confirmation, second confirmation, third confirmation. It is okay. You can wait for confirmation. Listen to yourself again and again. You heard it today and you felt like it is, yes, it is so. Wait for 3 more days and then see what happens before take a decision. It's going to be coming back to you again and again, no problem. As long as you're still on that intent. The second thing, dear friends, jumping and do something. What is do something? Since we don't waste time. We don't wait till our purpose is understood. Your intention is important. Your meditation will give you strength to do that thing. So when you're doing something, we recognize and say, what is your core strength? The meditation can give you some clarity about what you're good at. If you have a knack of, if you have good in about talking to people, bringing them together, you potentially are a leader anyway. So you could go into a business. That's all is sufficient. All you need to do is bring a set of people together and then to do some work by yourself. Aligning your abilities and the desires, aligning to your abilities and desires. What is your core skill? There is a slide that will circulate about abilities and desires. We may not have time in this to cover. But asking yourself, what is important to you if there is only a year left in your life? That will force you to shift your priorities. When you have 10 things to do, and say, what is really important for you? Ask yourself, if there's only 1 year left in your life, what are you going to do? How are you going to spend that 1 year? That can give you very good ideas of what is that I can leave out pretty easily from your plate. When you are jumping in to do something, to know your purpose, go beyond your comfort zone. That's essential. We all have comfort zone, and then we want to go beyond that comfort zone. Comfort zone is saying that, okay, when you feel like you want to do surveys, but you say, oh, I'm very busy right now, I can't do it. Comfort zone. Somebody asks you, can you come on a Saturday evening and then help in this queue management? This Saturday, I've got this tied up. And so can I try maybe when I'm free? Instead that, the comfort zone, going out of the comfort zone is you're pushing yourself, your boundaries a little bit and saying, okay, I will take time from 6 to 8. I'll go and do the queue management. I'll come back at 8 o'clock and then work and then do those 2 hours of work from 8 to 10. Comfort zone is where you want to finish always your 9 to 6. You don't want to disturb that. And then or 9 to 8. But here somebody is asking you, can you spare 6 to 8? Okay, I will do it. 6 to 8 is given an opportunity. I like service, I'll do it. And my work, I'll push myself and then go out of the comfort zone and do from 8 to 10. Okay, you create time. You shuffle things around. Right? That's like breaking your routine, the pattern, because there's nothing for a meditator, there's no comfort zone. Always you're out of the comfort zone. We have to go beyond the comfort zone to overcome fears. And that's what is usually not giving us the clarity, because we can't take decision because fears are there. Recognize that whatever you do will never go waste. Whatever you do will never go waste. So when I don't know whether I want to take up a job or a business, and then you want to start a business, and then start small, but then jump in to do. And there is a thing called go into the flow. Filter areas that take you into the flow. So if you want to start a business, but you're not sure, if you want to start a non-profit, you're not sure. If you're not sure about doing a job or going postgrad, here is what you do. Recognize if you can go into the flow by taking up a small task. So you want to start a non-profit, taking up a small task. One small task that you would do for starting a non-profit. First thing would be do what? Okay, I want to know what are the areas, who are the people who are doing similar work I'm doing in my area. You want to take a small task. All you have to do is take a small task and then try to figure out, understand it. Do it by yourself. Don't try to delegate to somebody. Don't hire somebody to go and then do this. Do it by yourself. Take a small task and do it all by yourself. And stretch beyond your comfort zone. We got to do three things. Do a small task that is measurable. I want to know how many people, how many nonprofits are there in my area who are doing similar work I want to do. There's no point just duplicating, right? So take the small enough, measurable enough. Do by yourself, don't delegate, and go beyond your comfort zone. Don't do it and we're taking vacation. Do it while you got your other work going. Take extra time, push yourself a little bit, and then. And if you do these three, dear friends, you will know if you're passionate enough to do that work or not. If you're passionate, then you go into this place called flow. A flow is where you don't realize your time and space. When you do that, when you go in search of others and you meet somebody and you forget your time, you're going to listen to the story. Oh, tell me, how is it impactful? They tell you the story, you'll forget. You'll come home at 11 o'clock and then your spouse is saying, what are you doing here? Coming these days so late. Okay, fine, no problem. Your time and space is forgotten. That means you're in the flow. You love it. So we got to do by ourselves, out of the comfort zone, which means you're ready to do anything for it. And you go into the flow. So that is likely your thing that you can jump in. We can experiment. We have nothing to lose. Okay, you try one thing and then if it doesn't work, you try the second one. The life is there. So when we are not clear about things, then we can start and experiment. And if you're going into the flow without any doubt and hesitation, do your full switch. Leave what you want to do or rightly allocate a sufficient amount of time and then come into your new thing that is going to keep you into the flow. When you align to your purpose, you are in the flow, dear friends. We are Buddha's Quantum Foundation. People come there to the foundation office, they forget time. They are there till 9 o'clock. We say, go now. Time is up. You go. We have to push each other out of the place because it's just flowing. We're just talking. We're just talking about what to do, how to do. You align what you're liking to, and that's what happens. So there are two ways. First, one is to listen close to your heart. Another is that you do something that takes you to the flow. Experiment. And everything is constantly helping us learn. Nothing goes waste. One thing I learned is that in my life, and then so that's what Deepak Chopra said, align to your unique abilities that are there. Whatever we learn, it becomes part of our ability. And so then that will always get utilized. The technology experience that I have, which we know now is getting fully utilized towards developing a meditation technology. We are first utilizing technology greatly. Without technology expertise, we couldn't be having this kind of a great response from people. We were looking at best use of technology because we had that. And I'm happy that I had that in the background. The corporate experience, I'm happy. My travel for 20 years that I've traveled around the world so much, it clearly tells me, defines my purpose by utilizing my talent is what? I must do global work because all my global expertise, why was it given? It is given to me, not to many people. I must do global work. Second, technology is technology because we're technocrats, so we will be able to utilize technology. If not us, then who will use the technology? We must utilize it as part of the purpose in what we do global work, and then utilize technology very well. Third, I've been into management. My interest has been into management. I must do towards leadership principles. That's why Buddha was working towards leadership. I could definitely go and teach. I could definitely do things, but we want to constantly inspire leadership because of the expertise and work that is given to us. So this is how we put together, dear friends, our abilities into what we want to do. I know deep inside I want to do meditation service. Within that, now you figure, aligned to your abilities, you put it into that area that you feel is the right thing. You experiment. Why not? You experiment. Once upon a time, I wanted to go and then do long, deep workshops on different things, different topics. But the more I've been experimenting, because I've done some workshops of very long duration, the more I experimented some topics, I could tell that I was not resonating. So I eliminate them. We got to experiment and eliminate. So we settled down to a certain amount of syllabus within Buddha's Quantum Foundation. I felt is something that goes for today. I don't know what happens 2 years later, but it's how it is. So if to size, purpose changes from time to time. There is no overarching purpose. And then it is aligning our abilities, that everything that we have is always of coming to good use. And so looking at what we possess as our abilities. And if you've been, for example, people told you, hey, you sing well, but you've only been a bathroom singer, think about this again, because you have this deep interest. And you need to bring that out. And meditation is not going to keep quiet. It's going to give you enough strength to bring the talent out, make the decision, aligning our abilities towards becoming very, very happy based on where we are in our level of evolution. Everyone is right in what they decide to do. As long as they go into this time, no space, as long as the flow, then they are just in the right thing. And then keep listening to your meditation, listening to yourself in meditation. It's going to reveal to you. Until the time you're not clear, rather than doing inaction, always do some action. So people want to serve, they're not clear. We say, come and join. Don't try to be specific about, I will want to do this, I will want to do that. You will figure it out. Come and join. And then start some service. And you will pretty quickly know, is it with Buddha CEO? Is it with somebody else? Do somewhere. You start there and then you experiment, you know, okay, this is not the place. I want to do something else. You'll know it. Simple. It's like that. Figure everything out in the head, all the possibilities, instead of jump in and do something. So thank you very much for joining, dear friends. We will understand the concept of ikigai tomorrow, which is from Japanese terms, living a life of purpose. Just extending these concepts, there is a beautiful book called Ikigai. We'll cover some things that they say, how when you're aligned to what you really love, then how you can live very, very happily. One of the things that makes us very happy and long living. Yes. Any announcements, Rakesh?
Yes. Thank you, Chandra. I mean, amazing. I'm amazed when I look back at time after getting into meditation, how I was able to connect those dots and recognize my purpose so easily. And thank you for everything that you do. So friends, at Buddhasya Quantum Foundation, Chandra mentioned we do many programs.
Rakesh, the program announcement we'll do tomorrow because your voice is not that clear. It's also quite late. We'll do tomorrow.
Okay.
The calendar, right? You want to talk about the calendar?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, friends. So we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you. And Damodar, you raise your hand. So feel free to exit. Let me take a question from Damodarji. Yes, sir.
I am attending your program, sir. First of March. I request that I'm coming to the today's question. One thing, last question was understand your parents' purpose. Kindly elaborate. I would like to know this point. Kindly elaborate tomorrow. I could not understand in the way. And thanks. I have related what you said, the things, and definitely it is motivating to me in this age group as well as that's nice. So I could not understand the last point. Understand your parents' purpose. If you find clues, because
I'll cover tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
And while you look to get a book by James Redfield called The Celestial Prophecy, The 9 Insights. James Redfield, the book name is The 9 Insights, The Celestial Prophecy, and somebody will type it in the chat. But yes, I'll elaborate on this tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
It's a great book to read to understand these concepts more, this concept about parents' purpose. And so we always plan to build something on top. So we could read that book too. It covers in a nice area section. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. And one request, sir, in our group now, tell that organization name or contact number of the facilitator, as like person like me coming first time to that area can seek guidance from him, sir. Facilitator for this program, sir, in our WhatsApp group. That's my
WhatsApp group. If you go to the description of the group, in the WhatsApp group description, you can go and see in the description.
Okay, sir.
It is already clearly mentioned, the name of the facilitator. But we'll still ask them to introduce them again.
Anyhow, I ask because I have got myself reserved and today I will book air ticket. So some confusion was there. How far is it? How to reach in? Okay, thanks, sir. It is a lot of it is today's. That is very nice guidance. I have related many things what you said, where I missed and where you really very, and it can go a long way after attending your retreat. Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Wonderful. Thank you. Have a great day, friends. One more hand raised. Yes, Parulji.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I'm Parul Gosalia and I'm attending your sessions. I'm truly grateful for that. Actually, I'm into this field, like I'm a yoga therapist myself, and I'm doing meditations and everything. But the breath meditation I am doing, but obviously I was doing some other way. But through this meditation, I can feel the energy and I feel myself truly connected. My question was, sir, I am doing and I am into this long, like 3 to 4 years. I'm into this field, but I just wanted to ask one thing that you yourself, how important it is to be in this. But when you want to guide your children, because they don't listen, they don't say no, but they always say, yeah, we will do. I kept forwarding the links every day. I used to send them that today, okay, if you have time, you join. If you have time, you join. I was not forcing them, but I keep guiding them. If you are, but they are not. It's not that they don't want to do, but they feel that it's. I think they don't understand the value of it. So just I wanted to ask that how we can do so in meditation also. Can we send that energy to them, or how can we, or we can we help them to find their purpose, or can we help them to come to this path, or like that was my question.
Our thoughts create reality.
Yeah.
So just visualize, madam, just dream about an experience that you are happy. They are meditating with you in a group, and you are happy that they are finding their answers through their meditation.
Okay.
Visualize an experience where you are happy and not they're happy. Remember, you are allowed to be happy in any way you want, at anything, right? So you can do that. And then now, if they strongly resist, it'll take some time, because they also need to be agreeing to it. But then your signal, your vibration for the positive, it's going to touch them at some point. They're going to take that on. Somebody is sending us this good, strong vibe that I need to sit down and meditate and enjoy the time with my mom. So they'll respond back at some point. Okay. But here is the thing. Like attracts like. Birds of same feather flock together. It's going to happen. So just patiently be there, because every family where, in rare cases where their purposes may be different, but every family, 99%, once the one parent came in, or one child came in, or when somebody came in, the entire family became meditators in under 2 years. So, and 2 years is insignificant. Just keep doing your dharma. That's all.
Thank you so much. And sir, I would like to volunteer wherever you feel that I can help you, not help, but whatever I can contribute in a small way or a big way. I would really love to do that. So I don't know how to, because in morning also I have classes from 7 o'clock. So I start meditating and like I leave at 7, but I do it every day.
We'll send a form, Parulji. I think it's probably will come today, and volunteer form. So please do.
Okay.
And
Thank
then
you so much. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, all dear friends. So truly, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Swetaji.
Just 1 second. So Damodarji, I've just shared the number of Mr. Narendra. He's looking after the advanced manifestation retreat. So you can reach out to him.
Okay, sir.
In the chat, I've shared that number. So please reach out to him for any details regarding the retreat.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, friends. Bye.